As you settle in and make yourself comfortable, you can begin to relax now. And perhaps there's a certain comfort in knowing that the very chair or surface supporting you has been doing its quiet job without needing your attention. And as you allow your attention to drift, you might find that the familiar rhythm of your breath and the sensation underneath you become more noticeable, like the gentle sway of a tree, its roots holding it steadily below. You don't need to make anything happen. Just notice what it's like to settle just a little deeper into this moment, with the world outside fading for just a while. And as you do, there's some part of you that might remember that you can allow whatever needs to happen in your own way, in your own time. And within that gentle sway of the tree, there's a point when the tree and the wind seem to understand each other. The roots simply allowing the movement above, flexible and yielding, yet always deeply connected. And it's curious how the deeper you allow your attention to flow down those roots, the more easily each small sound around you, the rustle of leaves, a distant car, the soft hum of the room, simply becomes part of the landscape. The outside world can fade further into the background as the inside world becomes gentle and vivid, swirling like leaves in slow, easy spirals. And with every breath, roots drift further into the rich softness of the earth, supported, unworried, just being right here, right now. And as you experience that rooted flexibility, you might begin to wonder how trees handle the wildness of a storm. The wind arrives fiercely, gusts shaking every branch, and yet sometimes the oldest trees seem to let the wind pass through them, not fighting, not grasping each leaf in terror. Instead, there's something ancient that knows that the storm is an event, not an identity. And you know, some people believe that fear is a signal that something is wrong. But perhaps fear is just the wind, a temporary movement in the air that doesn't tear out your roots. And even when the gusts feel powerful, the ground below remains quietly nourishing, holding steadfast. And you know, in the garden, the sapling can be battered by sudden storms, leaves rattled and branches bent. And yet after the storm, the roots have grown deeper, drawn by the tug above. It adjusted, not by bracing harder, but by letting go of unneeded rigidity. And it's interesting how there's some part of you that can remember what it feels like to let unnecessary tension be released. Not because you should, but because it happens all on its own when the time is right. And just as a tree lets go of old leaves when a new season comes, there's a certain wisdom in detaching from what no longer serves you, without any need to force it. And if you feel that fear has been like a strong wind, you can experiment, maybe even just for a moment, with letting the fear move through you, while your deeper self remains quietly anchored. And many people notice in moments just like this that they can become the witness to their own fears, letting the bodily sensations arise and then allowing them to pass naturally. Just as the roots don't question the breeze, they simply accept the weather and remember who they are. And as you acknowledge the strength of your foundation, you might begin to notice spaces between the gusts where calmness lives. And what if detaching from fear is less about resisting and more about allowing your focus to shift, to simply shift to that steady place within? And those who carry old anxieties discover over time that the more they allow themselves to observe without judgment, more freedom appears quietly, without struggle. Roots deepen, storms come and go, and some essential part remains quietly intact. And with every breath, you can invite that sense of anchored calm into your life as often as you like. There's no striving necessary. And now you can just allow your awareness to return gently to the surface, drawing up through those steady roots, passing through the trunk and back into the present moment, carrying with it whatever sense of ease you wish to bring back. Feel your body, your fingers and toes, the surface beneath you. You're coming alive with a subtle energy of awareness. Notice the light around you, the subtle sounds and the texture of your clothing, and the support beneath you. With each breath, let yourself awaken with a renewed clarity, as if sunlight has broken gently through soft clouds and you're ready to meet the day, whether there's a storm or whether there's sun. And as you move through the days ahead, you may notice yourself meeting old fears with new flexibility, allowing them to pass through while you remain deeply anchored in calm, more and more each time. The world will feel lighter and more manageable as you simply observe and let go, letting the wind come and go, knowing your roots are steadfast. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Sometimes the most important changes the ones you quietly notice along the way. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.